Some statements are just political noise. This is not one of them. When Donald Trump says NATO is never there when needed, he is doing something far more serious than throwing an insult. He is attacking the credibility of the West's core security alliance, and that matters globally because alliance does not survive on weapon alone. They survive on belief that partners will show up when things get dangerous, belief that commitments mean something, belief that deterrence is real. The moment that belief cracks, the alliance weakens even before the battle starts. That is why this line matters. The backdrop is tension around Iran, the Strait of Hormuz, shipping risk, and the larger question of how the West respond when the crisis does not fit neatly into old playbook. Trump's style is very simple. He takes complexity and turns it into acquisition. If NATO is cautious, he calls it weak. If allies hesitate, he calls it failure. If there is no immediate or forceful action, he frames it as a proof that alliance is not reliable. That is politically powerful because it sounds brutally clear. But global crises are rarely that simple. The Strait of Hormuz is hugely important. Oil flow through it, shipping security matters, regional escalation affect the world, but that does not mean every crisis automatically becomes clean NATO action scenario. Some allies want diplomacy, some want cautious, some fear escalation, some do not want the alliance drag into every confrontation. That complexity is real, but Trump's politics does not reward complexity. It rewards force, clarity, and confrontation, which is why lines like this land so hard. There is a bigger pattern here too. Trump has long argued that US carried too much alliance burden while others do too little. So this is not a random burst. It fits a long running worldview. And every time he speaks like this, allies have to ask the same question again. If Trump style foreign policy returns strongly, how dependable will the alliance system feel in the next crisis? That is not a side question, that is the strategic question. Because once allies start doubting each other, rivals start noticing. And when rivals notice division, they become more confident. That is how geopolitical crack widens. Now, why should India cares? Because West Asia instability affect oil prices, shipping routes, inflation pressure, and market sentiment. If Western coordination weakens during a major crisis, uncertainty rises, and that uncertainty travels fast. It does not stay in Washington or Brussels. It reaches importing economies too, including India. So this is not a distant political theater. It has real economic and strategic implications. Trump is not only criticizing NATO's present behavior, he is questioning whether alliance can still look credible under pressure. That is much bigger than one headline. So the final takeaway is this is not just a sharp quote, it is a warning signal about alliance, cohesion, burden sharing, and whether the West can still project unity in dangerous world. And when that unity is questioned publicly by a major American figure, the consequences can spread far beyond Europe. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Thank you.